both physically and mentally settling in for your practice today. So looking forward to some shoulder and hip mobility work. Also a nice full body stretch. Some core strengthening, so all that good stuff. Lying down, knees bent, feet wider than hip width distance apart. Drop your knees in towards each other. Eyes are closed. And as long as it's comfortable for you, you can take one hand to rest on the belly or both hands to rest on the belly. If your elbows don't come to the floor after you've done that, though, it's not the most comfortable thing. So make being comfortable the priority here. But nice to have the hands on the belly so that you can find that tactile awareness of the movement of your breath through the body. Maybe just start off by breathing normally, not making too many adjustments. At this point, however, and this is a good thing, on Wednesday mornings when you come to the mat and you come lying down onto your mat, or even better, if you come to the mat at all, your body and mind are starting to prepare for the practice. So you've established and created that energy around the space of your yoga mat. But still, without deepening the breath or changing things too much, notice your natural pattern of breathing. Pay specific attention to movement of the belly. Then bring your awareness to the movement of the upper chest. The shoulders. Now, as you breathe in, keep the upper chest and shoulders absolutely still, pulling the breath down towards your lower belly. Feel the belly rise beneath your hands. Exhale, let gravity draw the hands towards the navel. Notice the chest and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, belly moving towards the spine. Inhale, no movement, chest and shoulders. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Typically, that's pretty difficult to do. Not feeling movement through the chest and shoulders or neck as you breathe in. It's a bit of a challenge. Having calmed the chest and shoulders, now we'll bring a little bit of lift there, but only at the very top of your inhale. So breathe lower belly, side ribs, upper chest as the collarbones widen, top of the inhale. And exhale, relax the shoulders, the rib cage, belly towards the spine. Shoulders still, inhale, rib cage expands, very top of your breath in, collarbones widen. Exhale, shoulders away from the ears. Rib cage softens, navel to the spine. Now, without my voice, follow your own breath 3 more times. That same pattern. Let your breath find its natural rhythm. Take a moment, notice your state of mind. If the hands are on the belly, release them down alongside of the body. Walk your feet in hip width distance. Then walk them forward, legs are nice and straight. Breathe in and stretch the arms up overhead. Find that beautiful lengthening stretch that's such a joy to practice first thing in the morning, your first yoga pose of the day. So maybe you can say that you practice every single day. And hinge over to your right. Lift your head, move it an inch right, look back to the ceiling. Walk your feet to the right. Visualize a banana as the right rib cage draws in towards the midline. Then you can cross your left ankle on top of the right, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, and roll the left rib cage inwards. Roll the left inner thigh inwards. And come back to center, walk your feet to center, uncross the ankles, lower the arms down, walk your heels in towards your hips. Slide the tailbone forward, low back comes towards the earth. Do the opposite, tilt your pelvis forward, emphasize the space between your low back and the mat. Round out your spine, low back presses into the floor. Inhale, stretching the abdominals. Exhale, consciously engage the abdominals. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale as you round. Adding on, pelvis tilts forward, inhale. Exhale, round, send the tailbone forward, push into your feet, lift the hips up. Curl down, nice and easy. Tilt the pelvis forward. Round your spine. Send the tailbone forward, lift your hips up. An easy bridge pose. Don't find your highest bridge. Curl down 1 vertebra at a time. Quality of the movement. Tilt the pelvis forward. Round your spine. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. And curl down 1 vertebra at a time. Walk your feet forward, straighten out the legs. Reach the arms up overhead. Inhale, find that beautiful lengthening stretch. A slightly different emphasis now, lengthen along the back of the body. Press your front ribs down towards the floor. Hinge over to your left. Lift the head, move it an inch left, and look back to the ceiling. Walk your feet to the left. Squeeze the left rib cage in towards the midline. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Full deep breath into your right rib cage. Roll the right inner thigh in towards center. Come back to center, uncrossing the ankles. Lower the arms down. Walk your feet in. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale and round. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Inhale. Exhale and curl down. Tilt forward, inhale. Round spine, breathe out. Inhale, lift your hips up. Pause here. Send the tailbone forward, navel to the spine. Exhale. Reach the right arm up overhead. Lift the head, move it an inch right. Draw your gaze to the left. Try not to drop the chin towards the shoulder, so the gaze is still kind of towards the horizon. Chin parallel with the floor. Keep the arm reaching up overhead. Continue looking left. Curl down nice and easy. One vertebra at a time. Now look to the ceiling. Lower the right arm down. Inhale, tilt the pelvis. Exhale, round your spine. Press into the feet, lift your hips up, pause. Left arm comes up overhead. Take your gaze to the right. Chin parallel with the floor. So I suggest that you move the head an inch left before you do that so that the neck is still in line with the rest of the spine. You haven't kind of just moved your head to the right. Keeping the neck as part of the spine in line with the rest of the spine. Stay looking right. Keep the left arm reaching. In slow motion, curl down one vertebra at a time. Look forward up to the sky, lower the left arm down. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, last one here. Exhale as you round, push into your feet, hips lift up. Bend your elbows so the palms of the hands face each other across the belly. Walk the elbows in as close to your torso as you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades in as close to each other as they will go. Dig the elbows up towards the shoulders, downwards into the mat, so that the weight is lifting up off the upper back and more towards the backs of the shoulders. Visualize a valley that the spine is creating centered along the paraspinal muscles that are beside the length of the spine. Maintain that lift. Drag the heels towards the shoulders. Soften the weight of the head and slowly lower the arms down. Press the outer edges of the hands into the floor. Palms still facing each other. Maybe you creep the hands in a little bit closer. Press that whole outer edge of the arm downwards into the mat. Lift your hips up. Soften the chin off the chest. Rotate your palms down and curl down one vertebra at a time. Walk only your left foot forward. Hug the right knee into the chest. Either interlace your hands around the shin or in behind the thigh. Reach your right arm out to the side. Use your left hand. Guide the knee to the left. A nice easy spinal twist as you look to the left. Move the chin away from the shoulder. Turn your right hand to face up. And come on back to center. Press into your right foot. Shift your hips a little left. Draw the left leg in. Straighten your right leg out. Interlacing around the shin or behind the thigh. And reach your left arm out. Use your right hand. Guide the knee over to the right, a spinal twist. Look right. Gaze towards the horizon. Turn your left hand to face up and stretch out through the left fingertips. And then come back to center. Press into your left foot. Shift your hips right so you're evenly aligned on the mat. Bend the right knee. If you find it comfortable to have the knees dropped in towards each other, so we're doing a bit of shoulder work here now, be in that position. If you're happier with feet hip width or knees hip width distance, that's good too. Okay, so into the shoulders. Give yourself a hug. Cross the left elbow on top of the right. Creep the fingertips towards the shoulder blades, and then just let the elbows drop down towards your belly. Constructive rest. Don't work too hard here. Just elbows sinking down. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. See if your back muscles right now are pressing evenly into the floor. Maybe one side is more developed than the other. Couple more breaths. Straighten your left arm. It stays across the chest. Use your right arm to deepen that stretch through the back of the left shoulder. The trick is to keep your left shoulder still softening down towards the mat. So notice if you're kind of rocking your whole body to the right. Keep the chest for sure facing the ceiling. And the back of the left shoulder releasing down as you stretch your fingertips to the right. Now cross the elbows, Garudasana arms. Backs of the forearms may be connecting. Palms of the hands may connect. If neither of those are comfortable, come back to that constructive rest position, but do the lift and lowering action that we're going to do. If your elbows are crossed, squeeze the inner elbows together. So squeezing the inner elbows together. Start to lift the arms up any amount overhead. Keep pressing your back evenly into the floor. Round round slightly, draw the elbows towards the belly. Shoulders away from the ears, inner elbows squeezing in. Your next breath in, lift the arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down towards the belly. One more time, squeeze your inner elbows, lift the arms up. So maybe you're starting to feel this in the shoulders. And maybe you're just enjoying a stretch. Arms come back down. Uncross the arms and press the palms of the hands together. Press the forearms together, press your inner elbows together. Keep everything sealed together and start to lift the arms up overhead. Press the inner elbows together. Press your spine evenly into the floor. Only go as far as you can while keeping the inner elbows grounded. Now, as you've lifted the arms more towards going above the head, you won't feel the spine as much, but the paraspinal muscles grounding. A little bit of an arch in your mid and upper back. Now pull the elbows down towards the belly. Squeeze your inner elbows together. Notice the impact on your spine. And take the arms back up. Palms press, forearms press, inner elbows squeeze. And lower the arms back down. Last one, arms up, inner elbows press together. And lower the arms down. Lower them all the way down alongside of the body. Oh, a nice little break for the shoulders. Rotate your palms up. Walk the feet forward. Close the eyes. Notice how the shoulders feel. Little break is over. Walk the feet in. Separate your feet wide. Take the knees together. Send the tailbones forward. Give yourself a good hug. This time, right elbow on top. Fingertips crawl towards the shoulder blades. And then let the arms relax. This should feel nice more than anything, especially after all of that shoulder work. One more breath. And right arm stays across your chest. Take the left arm underneath and deepen that stretch through the right shoulder. Fingertips reach towards the side wall to the left. Again, you're not rocking onto the left side at all. Keep your right shoulder blade pressing into the mat. And the back of the right shoulder feels like it's drawing back. Take the arms back to center, Garudasana arms. Option to give yourself a hug again, or press the forearms together, or maybe also cross wrists and press the palms of the hands together. Notice how the muscles feel of your back. Notice any differences. Start to lift the arms up overhead, but squeeze those inner elbows together. Drop the elbows down towards the belly. Lift the arms up. Press your inner elbows together. Drop the elbows down towards the belly. Last time, arms lift, inner elbows squeeze, and lower. Uncross the arms, press your forearms together, press the palms together, right up towards the wrists. Lift the arms up overhead, fingertips moving towards the floor, but definitely not if the elbows separate. First and foremost, inner elbows squeeze. Draw the elbows down towards the belly. Lift the arms up overhead, fingertips towards the floor, shoulders drawing down. And squeeze the elbows down towards the belly. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Finally, take the arms down. Walk your feet forward. Rotate your palms to face up, but reach the arms up overhead. Close the eyes. Notice how the body feels. Notice if your body is craving any particular stretch, go ahead and take that stretch. Break is over. Lower the arms down. Walk your heels in towards your hips. Then hug the thighs in towards your chest. Press your low back into the floor, which means that you'll only take the shins as far forward as you can without the low back lifting up. All of your mental focus is there. Squeeze your inner knees together, and you can just stretch the right arm up overhead. Keep your low back pressing into the mat. Lower the arm down. Left arm reaches, low back stays grounding, and lower down. Now a little coordination, right arm, left leg. Press your low back into the floor and lower. Right leg, left arm, lift and lower. Once more each side. Right arm, left leg, coordinate the two. And lower. Last one. And lower. Good. Feet to the floor. Walk your feet forward. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Press your low back towards the floor. Feel your core engage as you cough. Suck everything in just like that. Chin to the chest. Lift your head up. Point your toes and start to curl up with control, no momentum, all the way up to a seated position, pushing your low back into the floor. Point the toes. As you come up, fold all the way forward over the legs. A version of Paschimottanasana. Soften the chin towards the chest and stretch. And come upright. If you normally sit on something because the hips or hamstrings are tight, go ahead and do that. You can have your legs extended forward just like that, but if you're more comfortable, with the legs crossed, be in whichever position is more comfortable. We're repeating that sequence with the shoulders, but from an upright position. So you'll give yourself a hug, walk the fingertips towards the shoulder blades, lift the elbows up towards parallel with the floor. We're adding this aspect of rotating to the right, but let your rib cage come with you. So now it's not just shoulders, but you're rotating right and trying to rotate that entire rib cage to the right with you. With your right hand, tug gently on the left shoulder. Lift the chin off the chest. Inhale back to center. Exhale and rotate left. Elbows parallel with the floor. Gaze towards the horizon. Let the whole rib cage follow you. With your left hand, tug on the right shoulder. And come back to center. Backs of the forearms press, or cross wrists, palms press, or keep that self hug. Inhale, lift your elbows up towards the sky. Feel the valley of the spine rising up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round, pull the elbows towards the belly. Round out the back fully. A nice C shape with the spine. Inhale, lift the arms up, elbows towards the sky, heart center lifting a valley with the spine. Exhale as you round, draw the elbows towards the belly. Last time, breathing in, elbows lift, open up through the upper back, and round. Face forward. Uncross the arms, plant your right hand, stretch the left arm up and along the plane of the cheek. This is like your lateral stretch from a lying down position, but now we're just taking it sitting upright. You can still have legs extended or be in that cross-legged position. Come on up to center. Lower the left arm down. Change the crossing of your legs if they're crossed. Take the other shin on top. Give yourself a hug this time. Right elbow on top. Walk your fingertips towards the shoulder blades. Lift your elbows up towards parallel with the floor. Draw the chin off the chest. Rotate left. That whole rib cage, bring it with you. Chin off the chest, gaze towards the horizon. Center. And do the same to your right. Rib cage, rotating right. And back to center. Stretching out the shoulder. Right arm stays across the chest, left arm underneath. Hopefully that's the right side. And crossing your elbows. Maybe the wrists, press the palms together, squeeze your inner elbows together, or you've got the backs of the forearms. Inhale, lift the elbows towards the sky, drop the shoulders away from the ears, open up through the upper back. Exhale and round, drop the elbows towards the belly, round out your spine as you press your spine towards the back of the mat. Inhaling, elbows lift, Heart center lifts, upper back opening. Exhale, round, curling the spine. Last one, breathe in. And exhale. Face forward. Uncross the arms, plant your left hand, stretch the right arm up and along the plane of the cheek. And back to center. If your legs are crossed, straighten them out. Bring the hands to the inner legs, point your toes, drop the chin towards the chest, curl your spine. Lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, send the tailbone forward, 2, and 1. Hug the right knee into the chest. Interlace the hands around the shin or behind the thigh. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And press your knee forward, inhale. Exhale, hug the thigh in towards your chest. Inhaling, press the knee forward. Exhale, thigh towards the chest. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Keep the hands interlaced around the leg, small circles on the ceiling. Keep your pelvis steady and still. Keep your core engaged. Change the direction. Core engaged. Slow and steady and focused. Slide the left heel in towards your hip. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. You can stay here pressing the knee forward with the hand or pick your left foot up. Bring the right hand through that space between the legs and just hold on to the shin if you can. So right hand reaches forward between the legs, holding on to the shin. If that's not available, just hold on to your knee. A gentle rock from side to side. Now with the left hand, I've got a hold of the foot for stability. Make it small shifts. So you might rock a little from side to side, just at first, but then move into more of a small shifting from side to side where you're looking for the pockets of tension and tightness in the hip. You don't have to be rigid about the shift from side to side. You know, maybe you rock to one side and explore a little there. Maybe you feel a bit more like doing some circles. Listen to your body, but just see that you're getting a stretch in through the right hip. Extend your left leg all the way out on the floor. Release your right foot, inner right thigh, tree pose style. Square the hips to the ceiling and just feel the right knee releasing down towards the floor. We're not going any further than that. Lift your left toes towards the ceiling. Soften the outer left hip down. Feel the right knee softening towards the floor. So that right inner thigh is opening up. And lift up the right knee. Walk your left foot in. Draw the thigh towards the chest. Interlace your hands somewhere around the leg. Walk your right foot forward. Inhale, press the knee forward. And exhale, draw the thigh towards the chest. Inhale the knee forward. And thigh towards the chest. Knee forward. Thigh in. Keep the hands interlaced around the leg. A couple of larger rotations to start. And then small controlled circles. Steady the pelvis. Engage your core. Change the direction. And with control, slide the right heel in, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Option one is to press the knee forward with your hand. Otherwise, pick the right foot up, hold on to the left foot for stability. Left hand reaches through to take the outer left shin. If that's not working, then you just have your left hand guiding the knee forward. Now, maybe you do a little rock from side to side. But then start to move into more subtle shifts from side to side, or even circular movements, whatever it is for you that allows you to explore, find pockets of tightness, breathe into them. And come to center. And extend the right leg all the way forward. Slowly and with control, soften the left foot to the inner right thigh. Hands rest on the pelvis. Release the knee towards the earth. Soften and relax the shoulders. And just feel the back of the right hip moving towards the floor. At the same time that the left knee softens down. You can soften the lower back. Lift your left knee up. And extend the leg forward. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale, stretch. Point your toes. Lower your hands to your thighs. Chin towards the chest. Engage your core. Start to curl up without momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come all the way forward. Stretch and lengthen. And then back up to center. Bring the right hand under your right knee. Guide the right foot, inner left thigh. Walk your way forward, a relaxed Janu Shirshasana. If you feel pain in the right knee in this pose, you can take a block under the leg, under the knee for support. This can make all the difference between being up here and wanting to move towards knee coming to the floor so that the muscles aren't gripping to protect it from lowering too quickly. Use the block, rest it down, and those muscles will open up in their own time. You can take your mind to rest on your breath and see if you can take your deepest breath in, pull it downwards towards your lower back. And as you exhale, soften the torso down. Breathe into your lower back and feel the spine lengthening as you inhale. Exhale, and take advantage of gravity. Walk back to an upright position. Lift your knee up. Extend the leg forward. Take the hands to the inner thighs. Chin to the chest. Curl down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't get comfortable. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Navel to the spine. 5, 6, 7. Come all the way forward. Soften chin to the chest. Stretch the hands forward. Back to an upright position. Left hand in behind your left knee. Left foot, inner right thigh. Walk forward. Janu Shirshasana. Use the block if that felt useful for you. Breathe into your lower back. Exhale and soften the left knee down. Notice the muscles of your face. Relax the jaw. Unfurl the brow. So quietly telling the nervous system that this is a safe place for the body and mind to be. Walk back up to center. Bend your right knee. Swing the legs to the right. Come to a standing position. Fold over your legs. You can be anywhere on the mat. It doesn't matter. Release the crown of the head towards the floor. Nod the head yes and no a couple of times. Let the arms dangle. Stack one vertebra on top of the next as you come all the way up to standing. And roll the shoulders up, back, and down on arrival. One more time. Move into tree pose. Have your right foot grounded first. Lift the left foot up. As you know, that foot can be anywhere along the leg, or you can have yourself standing close to a wall or some piece of furniture. Squeeze the knee back, soften it down, but feel the strength of the standing leg. Allow yourself to sink that right foot into the earth. Pull everything in towards the midline as you press the right thigh against the foot. Draw the hips forward, soften the tailbone down. Breathe. If you want to take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Either press the palms together or separate the arms. And then release the hands down and lower your foot to the floor to change sides. Key is to focus the gaze, preferably on something that is not moving. And if you want to reach the arms up overhead, and either press the palms together or separate the hands. And then release. Foot to the floor. From your standing position, come to a wall. Have your block available if you like that for legs up the wall pose. Send your tailbone down towards your heels. It's a sense of tucking the tailbone. Hands to the thighs. And just as we did in that rolling up and down position, you're going to curl down, chin to chest. Feel your vertebra peeling away from the wall one at a time. So you want to keep your spine rounded and incrementally draw the vertebra away from the wall, curling down. As you slide the hands down your legs, the hips are sliding up the wall. Keep that C shape. And bend your knees, move the hips off the wall, and either come into legs up the wall pose or lying flat out on the mat for Shavasana. So legs up the wall pose will be your Shavasana today if you take that option. And you know how to get up there by now. One hip to the wall, swing your legs up, press your low back into the floor. So maybe don't use the block if you're taking legs up the wall pose for Shavasana, but if you really love it, then go ahead, use the block. More important is something behind your head, right up to the top edge of the shoulders, not behind the shoulders. And then just with an eye to time, I'll give you the last couple of minutes without me talking. You settle into that final relaxation, do all of the things that you know you need to do to feel comfortable. Surrender even your breath. So you're not focused on breathing deeply. Focused only on absorbing and integrating the many benefits of your practice. And bring your awareness back to your breath. Start to breathe more deeply. Awaken the body, wiggle the fingers and toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles. If you're at the wall, you can bring your feet to the wall. Then draw the thighs into the chest. Rock onto your right side. If you're lying down, hug the legs into the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze so that we are all meeting in this position. As you rock onto your right side with the right arm overhead, use the head like a pillow. Take 3 deep breaths here. Press into your left hand. Lift yourself up, face forward, eyes closed, hands at the heart center. Sealing our practice with the sound of Om. Take a conscious breath in. Namaste.